As humans, we've been around for just about 140,000 years, and in that time, we've done some pretty great things. We invented calculus, computers, mathematics, TikTok. It's safe to say that some of these things are definitely more valuable than others, but one of the most significant inventions out there was the invention of agriculture. We literally can't live without it. The thing is, right now, conventional agriculture sucks. It's inefficient, it's expensive, and it causes a bunch of other problems. Significantly, climate change. Most people would argue that climate change is one of the most pressing issues of our generation. Farming uses 70% of the world's fresh water and takes up 80% of the world's land. In addition, the cultivation of crop and livestock releases methane, which makes up 16% of the world's greenhouse gases. We don't want to be complacent with that. It's a huge problem. This has got some people saying that it's time for a Plan B, or more accurately, a Planet B. By 2025, Elon Musk says he wants to send us to Mars. But this is easier said than done, and there are a lot of problems that come up with space colonization. One of the most significant of these is the fact that once we get to Mars, or to any other planet for that instance, we have no way of getting food. On Mars specifically, the soil ranges in acidity, and so normal seeds can't grow there, and sending cattle or livestock to Mars is super expensive and not efficient in the long run. NASA's solution is to go through Mars and use fertilizer to level out the different levels of acidity in the soil. But this is not only time-consuming, but super expensive. At Esca, we have a solution. We envision a future without food. By converting the nutrients of fungi and algae into capsules, we can create personalized nutritional tablets for human consumption, completely replacing our conventional agricultural systems. Fungi and algae have everything we need to survive. Humans need a variety of fats, carbs, proteins, micro and macronutrients. And in fungi and algae, we can find all of these in really high quantities. Because of the range of acidity in soil, fungi and algae already have the optimal environment for growing, and their seeds can already be found there. In just a couple hours, we can grow one of these nutritional sources and have it ready to be converted to a capsule. This also means that we don't have to send seeds off to Mars, which cuts down the costs for transportation and other things that conventional agriculture would require. By crushing these nutrients into powders, we can then put them into gelatin capsules and have them ready for human consumption. In order to make sure that Esca's capsules are as nutritious as possible, we need to make sure that the fungi and algae that we're cultivating are in an environment that gives them the maximum nutritional yield. And this is where vertical farming comes in. On Mars, we'll be 3D printing vertical farms out of basalt composite and plant fibers, which are already found naturally on the planet. From there, we'll have a system that's able to produce the most nutritious alternative food while also using 95% less water, not being prone to any environmental changes when compared to conventional farming. At Esca, we pride ourselves on being a holistic company, and everything we do is in line with our 4 core values. The first of these is sustainability. We don't want to create just any regular future without food. We want to create a sustainable future without food. That's why all our crops are being grown through vertical farming, and all the processes associated with vertical farming and any of our production means is being run on renewable energy. Our transportation currently is all being done on electric vehicles until there's a better alternative, and our packaging is biocompostable, recyclable, and at worst, it's reusable. Something that's really important for us is to continuously be adapting to new technology and technological innovation. We want to unlearn the habits of old technology, unlearn the habits of conventional agriculture, and continue to pursue new innovations. We want to move forward even if it means that it's an unsure place for us as a company. Accessibility is absolutely key to us as a company. We want to make sure that no matter where you are in the galaxy, if you have a signal, you'll be able to access our website and order customizable pills based on your own individual needs. Finally, affordability. This is such a big thing for us. We don't want Esca to be reserved for the elite class. We want it to be available for everyone, anywhere. As of right now, a container of 1 month Esca supply pills costs around $40 to $50. And because Esca is a brand that has to be customizable for everyone's own individual nutritional needs, this cost does range, but as we continue to grow as a company, we want to make sure that this cost is being cut down so that everyone has access to it. When you take that into perspective, a box of monthly supply pills for Esca costs less than most people's groceries in the developing world. And eventually, we want to make sure that people in developing nations have access to this as well. As pioneers and disruptors, Esca expands the possibilities of food technology to serve all of humankind with the end goal of creating a sustainable future without food. At Esca, we deal with everybody's personalized health data, and while we pride ourselves on radical transparency, we make sure that everyone's data is secure and deleted if necessary. As a company, we want to make sure that our technology is all open source and make sure that anyone who's curious or has a drive to look into this has the ability to by looking at our own documents and being inspired by this. For employees, we look for integrity, honesty, and a want to make the world a better place. Because at Esca, that's what we want to do as well. At Esca, we don't want a food future that's inefficient, unsustainable, and a temporary solution. We want something that's going to completely revolutionize the way we approach food, potentially a future without food. Conventional agriculture isn't the future, but Esca will be.